Hi, I'm Eric the Security Guy. Today I'm responding to a frequent question from people who would like to enter or progress in the cybersecurity career. Should I learn to write code? Cybersecurity is a vast field. Some professionals spend their entire career focused on security governance, policy, and compliance. Others lean toward more technical disciplines such as security architecture, penetration testing, and threat hunting. And then there are those of us who've been in the field a long time and provide one-stop shopping to our clients across most, if not all, cybersecurity domains. The wide variety of roles within cybersecurity can make it challenging to provide advice to everyone who is interested in entering the field. But in general, when it comes to whether security professionals should possess at least basic programming experience, my answer is yes, and here's why. There are many successful cybersecurity pros who've never written a line of code. And if your job is to write policy and perform compliance audits, you might never need to. However, from a practical perspective, unless your job is with a large firm and it needs a whole group to handle governance and compliance tasks, and they're willing to train you, these are not entry-level roles. There are some entry-level positions such as performing user administration that don't require much in the way of technical skills. However, the current trend is to have help desk and IT support personnel handle these functions, not cybersecurity professionals. If your interests lie in penetration testing, malware research, or threat hunting, you'll be at a serious disadvantage if you have no programming experience. Security professionals often download and compile open source software, and penetration testers often need to update or fix exploits just so that they work. It's also much more difficult to understand security issues such as buffer overflows, injection, and file inclusion attacks without any programming experience. But even if your desired cybersecurity role doesn't require programming experience, there's a compelling reason to learn at least one programming language: credibility. As a security professional, you will frequently interact with other IT disciplines. Cybersecurity cannot succeed in a silo. Solid working relationships with help desk, system administration, networking, software development, and other teams are essential. While you may not know the programming language that every software developer in your company uses, having at least a basic grasp will help you understand the discipline and the challenges that they face. And once you understand one programming language, learning a second is much easier. More generally, it's really difficult to establish yourself as a cybersecurity expert if you don't know how computers and networks actually work. And tasks such as advocating to incorporate security throughout the software or systems development lifecycle without that basic understanding is probably an exercise in futility. For the same reason, I recommend that all cybersecurity professionals take the time to learn networking basics. Nothing's quite as embarrassing as hearing a colleague ask a representative from a networking group what a subnet is. If a security professional doesn't understand networking, how can they possibly have credibility when discussing basic cybersecurity controls such as firewalls and intrusion prevention? Which programming language you learn probably matters less than the fact that you've learned one. If you're already in a security role, it probably makes sense to consider the languages and technology stacks in use within your company. For example, if you work for a startup that develops software in Java, that might be a good choice. On the other hand, if your interests lie in reverse engineering malware, learning a lower level language such as C and then diving into assembly language would be a good choice. And if none of this applies, you might want to consider Python. In many ways, it's today's Swiss Army knife of programming languages. and also a favorite for machine learning and data science applications. Thank you for watching. Please help me out by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. As always, if you have any questions or would like to suggest a topic for a future video, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. See you tomorrow.